The next progression we're going to look at are ball planks, and we're going to add in marching. So we added this one in with our regular front plank where you alternate picking your feet up off the ground. This one, you're going to alternate bringing your knees in towards the ball, not necessarily to the ball. Sometimes, again, going further, just because you can go further doesn't mean you should go further. So sometimes just bringing the knee towards the ball and then back is going to be plenty. Trying to bring it all the way to the ball sometimes is actually counterproductive. So again, we're going to come back to our kind of modified position here, knees on the pad here, forearms on the ball. I mentioned this with some of the other front planks. Get your elbows under the shoulder, right? One of the progressions we're going to talk about is an exercise where you get the elbows out in front. Don't do that on accident. That will make these so much more difficult and maybe even too difficult for where you are at this point in time. Get your elbows under your shoulder and make sure they stay there unless we're doing a progression that requires them to move out front. Okay, so let's get to our modified position first. Then we're going to come up to our plank position. Now from here, what you're going to do is you're going to alternate bringing your knee in towards the ball. Speed is not required. Focus on being very deliberate. Brace everything hard. Bring one leg in, get that leg back down and get it stabilized first before you start moving the other leg. If you go too quick, you're going to find that you're rolling off the ball and you may even actually fall on the floor. So take your time, stabilize, set up properly. It's not a race. So again, whether you're counting reps or doing time, make them count, right? So the whole idea of, make your reps count, don't just count your reps. So whatever you're doing, make sure you're doing it well. Doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff is silly. Make sure that you're doing everything with a good focus, good intent, being very deliberate, and make sure you're feeling it where you're supposed to feel it.